Butler.
On May 29, 2025, at approximately 6 p.m. in Butler County, Ohio, state troopers were conducting speed enforcement on Interstate 75 in Franklin Township when they detected a GMC Envoy traveling at 82 mph in a 65 mph zone. The driver, identified as Jennifer Wilson, failed to comply with the troopers' attempt to initiate a traffic stop. Instead, she continued driving for several minutes before abruptly leaving the roadway. In an attempt to recover control of the vehicle, Wilson overcorrected, causing the SUV to flip multiple times before finally coming to a stop in the median.
Sterile dressing? I assume.
Wilson suffered minor injuries in the crash and was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment before being transported to jail. She is now facing several charges, including driving under the influence, failure to comply with law enforcement, and connection to a hit-and-run incident that occurred earlier that same day.
Charlie Henry 6876.
Atlanta.
On February 1st, 2025, in Atlanta, Georgia, officers with the Atlanta Police Department spotted a vehicle connected to an armed robbery in Hapeville, near the intersection of Dodson Drive and Ben Hill Road. Although the vehicle initially pulled over, it soon sped away, leading police to initiate a pursuit.
I'm going to be in front of the Georgia Center. Show them me. 16 alcohol, 16 alcohol. 16 alcohol, 16 alcohol. 16 alcohol, 16 alcohol. What the fuck? Stand him out. Hold the felony. You don't rush. Get the ground. Get the ground right now. Where you going? Hey, get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
The chase.
The pursuit came to an end after officers performed a successful vehicle stop maneuver. One of the suspects attempted to flee on foot, but was apprehended shortly after, while the other stayed inside the vehicle and was taken into custody without incident. The individuals were identified as 34-year-olds Davius Waller and Jawan McKinnon. Both are currently being held by the Hapeville Police Department. In Macomb County, Michigan, Joseph Lee Jackson, who was behind the wheel of a yellow Jeep, led police on a pursuit after being connected to a case involving retail fraud and felony assault in Utica. Reports indicate that the yellow Jeep struck multiple Utica patrol vehicles before the initial chase came to a halt. The same vehicle was later seen on 32 Mile Road, where Jackson once again attempted to flee, this time driving against traffic and recklessly passing several cars.
Yes, there's one on foot. He went.
Jackson was eventually apprehended and is now facing charges including fleeing, resisting and obstructing police, and operating a vehicle with a suspended license. He was later handed over to the Utica Police Department.
Just teasing really bad again.
In Riverside, California, authorities pursued a stolen Amazon delivery truck after the suspect was involved in 2 burglaries at a mobile home park. The driver, identified as Quinn Jarnell, took off onto Highway 60, where he struck several vehicles before eventually crashing into a car.
Just teasing really bad again into another truck. Vehicle's gonna be disabled. We're keeping an eye on it. Hopping out of the car, gonna go northbound across the freeway. We got it. Wall just north of you guys.
Jarnell attempted to flee the scene on foot, trying to scale a freeway wall, but was unsuccessful. He then turned back and was quickly apprehended by officers. He is now facing a range of serious charges, including attempted murder, burglary, carjacking, assault with a deadly weapon, evading law enforcement, and driving under the influence of drugs. In Bibb County, Georgia, on December 27, 2021, around 2:00 p.m., officers spotted a Ford Ranger speeding at 90 mph in a 70 mph zone on I-75. When officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver, Joseph Silas, failed to pull over and took off. The chase continued in the direction of Monroe, with officers exercising caution to minimize risk to other drivers on the road. To protect motorists ahead, officers performed a vehicle-blocking maneuver, which caused the Ford Ranger to lose control. The truck rolled several times before finally coming to rest at the base of an embankment. Silas suffered minor injuries in the crash and admitted to consuming alcohol, expressing concern over potentially losing his job. He was transported to a hospital, where he agreed to a blood test. He now faces DUI charges in addition to several other violations. On the night of April 2nd, 2025, in South Bend, Indiana, a Michigan State Police trooper pulled over a red Kia Rio for a broken brake light. The driver, 32-year-old Joshua Ringel, was found to be wanted by authorities. When the trooper instructed him to exit the vehicle, Ringel resisted violently, engaging in a lengthy struggle. The officer deployed a taser, but Ringel managed to remove the probes, then brandished a handgun before quickly re-entering the car and fleeing with a female passenger.
Yeah, we're fighting. Look, I'm telling you right now, go. I'm telling you, stop. Stop. For what? Let's go somewhere. Pull us off. Get on the ground. Over. Drop the fucking gun. Drop the fucking gun right now. Drop it. Drop the gun.
Got it. Now the way. Got another guy here just walked into the front block. Very good fairway. We had a girl signal. Flipping fairway. Please go through there's a car. There's a what's up? Clear, pull this off of this.
Testing now, over.
Can
Coming in the west end.
That's the left side. You got it. And no.
Come on, get that car, go point.
What are they going for?
Walk it down.
What are they going for?
Walk it down.
Walk it down. Walk it down.
Come on, get that car, go point.
What are they going for?
The chase extended into Indiana, where Ringel ran over spike strips, backed into a patrol vehicle, and fired his gun out the window, prompting officers to shoot back. He then drove into South Bend, striking another patrol car before abandoning the vehicle and fleeing on foot while still armed. Dozens of officers quickly surrounded the area. Unfortunately, Ringel did not survive the encounter, while the female passenger remained unharmed. Savannah, Georgia. At 2:49 p.m. on July the 5th, 2021, officers chased a silver Dodge Ram reported stolen. The driver, Quadramelty T. Williams, engaged in reckless driving, weaving through traffic with several hazardous passes that nearly resulted in collisions. The pursuit carried on to Interstate 16, where after 3 police attempts to stop the vehicle, the truck lost control, collided with a steel guardrail, and flipped over. The driver managed to escape on foot, while 2 passengers were safely rescued before the engine caught fire. Williams was taken into custody, displaying signs of impairment and declining to submit to a blood test. He was transported to a hospital before being booked into the county jail. The 2 passengers were also taken to a hospital for evaluation. and the damaged vehicle was towed from the scene.